Welcome, everyone, to this week's episode of Forensic Fails. And welcome to a very special Season 1 wrap party episode. I'm Brian.
And I'm Kristen. Don't forget, if you're enjoying this podcast, and obviously you are because this is our 10th episode, so you're still listening, that means you love us. Be sure to follow and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Leave us a 5-star review and tell a friend. It will not only help ensure that you don't miss an episode, but it will also help ensure that others will find our show too.
And we now have a Patreon with 3 different levels for just
Yay!
$5 a month. That's our Dr. Henry Lee level. You'll get our weekly pre-pod pod. That's our before show where we shoot the shit, give some hot takes, and share some moronic miscreants, some of the most ridiculous crimes and criminals you can think of. Plus, at least one bonus episode a month on a true crime or true crime adjacent show or documentary.
And for just $5 more, that's $10 a month, you can join us at our Sir Alec Jeffries level. You'll get everything we talked about at the $5 level, plus early and ad-free access to all episodes.
And the penultimate patrons can join us at the $15 level. That's our Peter Thomas level. You get everything we just talked about, plus you will get recognized by name. Yes, shouted out as a Peter Thomas level patron show on our show and in our show notes.
To join our Patreon, go to www.patreon.com/forensicfailspod. And don't worry if you didn't write that down. We will have it all for you in the show notes.
So we have now wrapped up Season 1 of Forensic Files.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided that after each season of the show that we cover, rather than going straight into the next season, we are going to do a little bit of a palate cleanser, which we are calling our wrap party.
Yes. What are we going to be doing? Glad you asked. We are going to start off with some forensic fails by the numbers.
And then we will share our favorite memories of Season 1.
And we decided to do something different beginning in Season 2, some Forensic Files bingo. Brian and I have been compiling a list of potential words and phrases for our bingo cards, and we're going to do a draft. We'll be picking the 24 words or phrases for our cards, 12 each, and then letting AI randomly generate 2 cards for us that we will use for all of Season 2.
Yeah, so, we figured that'd be something a little bit fun and different to do, certainly because there are a lot of, words, phrases, things that you see, kind of like Forensic Files tropes that are repeated. And just thought it'd be something different. And then I think at the end of each season, we can reevaluate and come up with new cards because we may think of like new words or phrases that start, kind of coming into the Forensic Files gestalt.
Yeah. And as Catholic school kids, who doesn't love bingo?
Who doesn't love bingo? That's right. That's right. All right. So let's start off with a little Forensic Fails Season 1 by the numbers.
Okay.
We have so far had 19 total episodes of Forensic Fails. So that's 9 regular episodes.
Yes.
9 pre-pod pods, which are now on our Patreon. And 1 bonus episode, also available on our Patreon. The Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia. So it's hard to believe. Yeah, that is if you have not heard it, guys, the Patreon is worth it just for our coverage of the Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia. Like,
that
it's
was
honestly
a gem.
That was a gem, and honestly, like, I have to say, I guess I'm biased that I know there's some. I listened to some podcasters that never listen to their show. I repeatedly listen to it. Like, honestly, like, I will listen again to episodes. And that is one that I will kind of go back to sometimes, like our own Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia episode, because it's just, I gotta honestly think it's kind of entertaining. I know I'm biased, but
no, I re-listened to our episodes too. I started listening because I wanted to pick up on, mistakes that I might have made or how I can improve it. But then I was like, God, we're actually pretty good. It's kind of funny.
Not
It's
bad. Not
entertaining.
bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
not bad. Yeah, and also too, I mean, listen, I also listen for the exact same reasons.
Hmm.
Um, also too, because I definitely pick up on certain things that I do that are good,
Hmm.
some that are not so good.
Hmm.
So one of the things that I've been working on is saying less, because I'm a big ummer. And in order to do that, for me, I just need to slow down a little bit
Hmm.
and also be comfortable with silence.
Hmm.
It's okay for things not to be coming out of my mouth constantly, but that's a difficult habit. So
Yes.
it is making me better. And
Hmm.
I have to say, like, I don't know how you feel, but as I listen from the first episode to the most recent episodes, again, I guess I know I'm biased a little bit, but I actually do feel like it's getting better. Like we've fallen into a rhythm of
Yes.
things. And you can even tell too by the length of the episodes too. Like they're actually a little bit tighter
Hmm.
now than in the beginning. Not that they were not tight in the beginning, but like we've just, I don't know. I feel like we've sort of gotten it down pat.
We found a groove.
We found the groove. We found the
Especially
groove.
those first 2 episodes that we recorded as kind of like practices that we
Yes.
never really released. It was only for our
Oh,
ears kind of a thing. I think one of
yes.
them was like an hour and 45 minutes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that
Yes. Well, that's the thing too. Yeah, people actually don't realize that, right? So
Mhm.
the disappearance of Hella Crafts, we recorded that like how many times? Like three or
I
four
think 3 or
times.
4 times, yeah.
Yeah, because in each episode we learned something.
Mhm.
The first episode we did, we're like, we'll just record it like through our computers with like nothing special, and then the audio was utter
Mhm.
crap.
Yes.
And then we did it another time, and
On
then
a
we
different
realized
platform.
a different platform and like, oh, that
Yes.
platform sucks.
Yes.
And then we're going to go back to the one we used in the first place. And then
Mhm.
we realized like, oh, headphones really would be helpful. So we got headphone and it
Yes.
was painful going through that multiple times, like, cause you're so anxious to, I don't know about you. Like when I thought we were just doing this, I thought, okay, no big deal. We're just going to record. We're just going to release. Like, what's the big deal? But, no, the more we started doing it ourselves, researching it, learning what to do, what
Yeah.
not to do. Communities like the podcasting subreddit
Mhm.
has been really helpful in terms of,
Yes. And the
learning
Forensic
from
Files
others.
subreddit. They were,
Yeah, they were very helpful.
we post there and people listen and they give us very honest, valid feedback that
Yeah,
we listen to. So thank you to the Forensic
yeah,
Files subreddit out there who listen to us and offer us constructive
absolutely.
criticism.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And
Even though it's
and
hard to listen to and take sometimes, it is definitely a
yeah,
learning experience.
yeah. I mean, one of the things that we learned, I mean, we sort of
Mhm.
like joke about it a little bit because at first I was like, "Oh my god, what? Are you kidding me?" So our original artwork, if
Mhm.
you have noticed, our artwork has changed. Our cover
Mhm.
art, our original cover art was AI versions of me and Kristen.
Mhm.
And honestly, like, listen, at the end of the day, we have full time jobs.
Mhm.
This is something that we're doing
For
on
fun.
the side for fun. We are not yet making loads of money off of this at all. Like
No,
we
and we
are
definitely do not take ourselves so seriously either. Neither one of us is that kind of a
no, we
person.
don't. We don't. So like honestly, yes, we absolutely had Chat GPT like help
Oh
us
yeah,
with some cover art. And
which
it came
I
out and we're like,
I
it's
thought we
kind of
looked
cute.
adorable. We look
I
like
think it's
cartoon
cute.
versions of
It's like
ourselves.
cartoon versions of ourselves. But
Yeah.
apparently that was a turnoff to a lot of
Yes.
people. I didn't realize
I
that
never gave it
people
a thought actually.
never at all. I did not give it any thought, but people had very strong opinions.
Mhm.
But honestly, we took the advice seriously because we did not want people turned off just by looking at cover art,
Right.
thinking that that meant we were lazy. Because I think
Right.
that was sort of the implication, right? That
Yes.
or that we were lazy, and
Mhm.
we definitely aren't lazy. Like
Nope.
we put a lot of time and effort into this, and
I
there's
had
a
no
lot.
idea how much time
No.
would revolve around this. Like, my sister will call me. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Podcast homework."
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
I know. I know my office is like, I'm doing stuff for the show. And
Yeah.
there's like, there's stuff like there's the research involved, there's the watching the episodes, there's the several times sometimes
Mhm.
taking the notes, preparing the outline
Mhm.
for the show. There's all that's involved on the technical side with like editing things,
Mhm.
uploading it to the platform that we use to distribute it, um, generating show notes, and then there's
Mhm.
like a business side of it as well
Yeah.
because we incorporated it,
Mhm.
because we are taking it seriously. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, we got new art.
Mhm.
We hope everyone likes it. And my thing too, and we've said this on the subreddit too, is that some people said they listened to it and they're like, yeah, it's too much banter. I don't, it wasn't for me. And like honestly, that's fine. Like I do not expect this to be everyone's cup of tea,
Right.
but we didn't want anyone at least not giving it a try just because of the artwork.
Right. We also didn't want to showcase it in a way or broadcast it in a way that people would find offensive.
Right.
That was one of our major concerns too. Like, Brian and I both have a very dry sense of humor. We both
Yes.
have very strong opinions about certain things. I have, a very colorful language, which I don't hold back from using, as I'm sure you're aware of. But while we understand it, not everybody's going to enjoy everything. What we did not want to do was offend people with the
Right.
things that we say. And so
Yes.
far, we've been good with that.
Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
we really do try to be sensitive to that, and we also try to be very very victim
Mhm.
centric. Like if you
Yes.
notice when we post about this in social media, the focus is on
The
the
victim.
victims because at the end of the day, this is all about
It's
the
their
victims.
story.
It's their story. And we never make light of
Mm-mm.
what happened to them.
No.
Um, any quote unquote fun that we have is really about the show itself, about how the show does things, the reenactments,
Mhm.
the narration, and again, some of the ancillary characters that are involved, which we may have strong opinions on. But we never, ever, ever want to make light of what happens. And that's the difficult thing too about doing, I think, a podcast of this nature,
Mhm.
which it's kind of a weird space. Even when I describe it to people, it's hard to describe it even without it sounding offensive.
Right.
Because like it's a true crime podcast, we recap, but it's kind of funny. But like,
Mhm.
but we're not making fun of the crime. It's difficult to explain. I think once you listen to it, you
You'll get
get
it.
it. And I think if you watch the show, like
Mhm.
you'll get it because I honestly feel like we are calling audibles and
Mhm.
saying things that everyone who's watched Forensic Files has thought of at one time or another.
And it's funny because my aunt watches Forensic
Oh,
Files.
okay. Yeah.
So she loves listening to us. And I
Oh,
know
nice.
exactly when she's listening because I get play-by-play texts from her about what we're saying on the
Oh,
pod.
really?
Yes,
Oh, that's
she
great.
absolutely loves it. So shout out to Aunt Jean for
Aunt
being
Jean.
one of our
Yay.
biggest fans.
Oh, I didn't know
And
that. Oh, that's
yes,
great.
she
Oh,
loves it. When I told her we were doing this, she's like, "Oh, I love that show."
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and they actually, she and my uncle during spring break, they drove down to Virginia. They took a
Okay.
road trip to Virginia and
Yeah.
they listened the whole way. Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice to
She's
hear.
like, Uncle Johnny and I are listening in the car.
That is so nice to hear. It's
Yeah.
been great to getting feedback from because again, we post about it
Mhm.
on our personal
Mhm.
social medias to
Yes.
our like friends and family on like Facebook. And I've had several people that I know that are like, well, I'm not really into true crime.
But I'll
I've
give
never
it a
seen Forensic
listen.
Files, but I'll give it a listen. That
Yeah.
have come back but like, oh yeah, it's really like we really do enjoy it. Like I've never seen an episode of Forensic Files in my life, but like I enjoyed it. And my wife too, who will tell me
Mhm.
if something sucks.
Right.
Honestly,
And we love her for that.
we love her for it, but
Yes.
she's like, and she hates podcasts.
Mhm.
She hates true crime, but she's like, no, you guys had me hooked. So Again,
Yeah.
this is not our patting ourselves on the back at
No, but
all.
one of my favorite feedbacks that I got from a friend who sent me a message was, took you long enough. Like, it
Nice.
took you
Yeah.
long enough to figure out that this was something you should do.
Yeah.
And I
Yes.
was like,
Yeah.
wow, thank you.
No, it's nice.
Yeah.
Listen, we both have really busy, crazy jobs and lives.
Hmm.
And, people will say, like, well, how do you have time for this? I'm like, I don't actually, but I make time for it
Hmm.
because I consider it now a hobby, you know,
Yeah,
and I do like having a creative outlet.
I do too. And as I've told you, and I've told a few of my friends, when they're like, well, why do you like doing it? And I'm very, very honest about it. I say, because it's that time when we're recording, I'm me.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just me. Like, I'm not a teacher. I'm
Yep.
not a widow. I'm just that like snarky girl who has a comment for everything, and I get to let her out again, and I don't have to worry about anything. For
Yeah.
me it's so freeing, and it lets me do something I really enjoy. Like, I was a college DJ and I loved it. I
Yeah.
love talking about things that are interesting to me, be it music or books or true crime. Um, it's like a release
Yeah.
from all the insanity of real life. It's almost like a little bubble of
Yeah.
happiness when we
Yeah.
record.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
that was a
No.
huge sidebar.
It was
A
a
lot
big
of banter.
sidebar. A lot of banter, a lot of banter. Sorry for
Yeah.
none of the banter.
That's all right. It's a
Um,
special occasion.
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that we started doing as well,
Mhm.
when we were kind of coming up with the format of
Mhm.
the podcast,
Yes.
was that we wanted to do some sort of a rating scale where we rated the episodes.
Mhm.
Originally, uh, we did a 5-point scale, but we
Yes.
decided that was actually a little bit too narrow, and we were
Mhm.
finding that like everything was, we kind of needed a broader range of numbers, so we ended
Right.
up doing on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yes.
So we do 1 to 10 DNA strands. So, Kristen, do you want to give us some start us off with some kind of by the numbers with regards to our episode ratings,
Yes, and it's
looking back
ironic
at
that
season
I'm the
one?
one doing this because me being the math person I am,
Yeah, I made you do the math on
I
this.
know Brian
Actually.
made me do the math. I had like a calculator out and everything. Um, so our average DNA episode rating overall. So when we went through all 9 episodes, added up the DNA, all that, the average episode rating is 7.1. My personal average for the whole season, 7.1.
And guess what that means? That means that if Kristen's was 7.1 and the overall was 7.1, I am a math person. That means
Mhm.
mine was also 7.1, which is amazing that we did not rate each episode the same thing. But
No,
it's
we did
funny
have
that
a few.
when it averaged out, it averaged out to the exact same
Right.
thing, which is
Yeah.
interesting.
So my lowest scored episode was Legionnaire's Disease. I gave it a 4. And it wasn't because I didn't enjoy the episode itself. It was, I guess, how they built the episode. When I look back on it, like, the episode wasn't a bad episode. It was interesting, but it was just all the ingredients together kind of fell flat.
Yeah. Yeah. And my lowest episodes actually was a tie.
Mm-hmm.
My lowest score was a 5, and that went to Legionnaire's Disease,
Mm-hmm.
as well as Insect Clues for different
Different
reasons.
reasons.
Legionnaire's Disease was a lot of the same reasons that Kristen mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Legionnaire's Disease was also the one where we also decided that moving forward, we're going to stay away from the medical mystery episodes and focus more on the true crime ones.
Mm.
And then Insect Clues. I'm trying to remember like why I gave that one a low rating. There's a lot of gratuitous. I didn't like
Yeah,
a
I
lot of the
think that
gratuitous
was a
shots
big part of it. We had to keep
of the victim.
seeing so many victims of the
Yeah,
victim, Sandra, um, obviously at her most vulnerable. It was
yeah,
a hard episode to watch and see those pictures over and over and over again.
yep, Yeah, that was definitely a big part of it.
Yeah.
I think there may have been some science related stuff but I honestly I don't remember all the details.
Mm.
But on the on the other end of the spectrum, highest rated episode.
List episode.
Yep, ditto,
Yes.
ditto. So
That
that was
was just,
our
that was
yeah.
like the gold standard.
Yeah, we ended the season on a strong note. That was our
Mm-hmm.
most recent episode prior to this, The List Murders.
Mm-hmm.
Both gave it a 10.
Yes.
And I was nervous about that one because I knew that you were going to hold that to a very high standard as
Yes.
well, because you are a list murders. You're very knowledgeable about the list
Yeah,
murders.
there are several true crime stories that I do know a lot about. Like, I have done so much reading about, like, the List one, the DeFeo murders, which spawned the Amityville series,
Yep.
Manson.
Yep.
You know, like, I do. That makes me sound like such a, like, now that I'm listening to myself, I'm like, my God. No, but those are cases that have fascinated me, not so much because of the crime, but I guess because of the psychological thinking of the perpetrator. And I think that's truly what draws me in to
Yep.
crime, to true crime. It's the psychological thinking of the perpetrator and why they feel that their behavior is acceptable. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, yeah.
All right. Let's take a look now at some podcast metrics.
Okay.
All right. So, as of this recording, our episodes have been downloaded a total of 888 times.
I know.
And I have to say, that is much higher than I would have ever expected.
Yes.
And, you know, because honestly, we have not advertised anywhere. We've promoted it to friends and family.
Mm-hmm.
We have been active on the Forensic Files subreddit.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, some way or another, maybe some people are mentioning it. People are finding it on the subreddit. Maybe people are, and maybe coming up in some people's algorithms. I think if people are searching for Forensic Files, our podcast will come up. And yeah, so, but that definitely exceeded my expectations. So
absolutely.
excited about that, and only see it growing from there. All right.
Yeah. Based on the research and this, you know, we use the RSS feed to push out the show. We get these little behind the scene kind of bits of info. And we're able to see where people are listening from. So according to that, we've discovered we have listeners in 17 different countries: Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, Colombia, Ecuador, Guatemala, India, Jordan, Mexico, Morocco, Nigeria, South Africa, Taiwan, the United Kingdom, the United States of America, and Venezuela.
Yeah. I mean, I would have never expected all of those countries.
Right.
And again, some of them are just a smattering, a few listeners here and there. We obviously, and not unsurprisingly, have the most downloads from the United States, which, again, not surprising. We're a US-based podcast. It's a US show. But outside the United States, we are actually most popular in Australia.
I know.
We have a lot of downloads specifically from Sydney.
Maybe they like our accents.
Which is, yeah, I know. We love theirs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know. So that was pretty, that's something else. So, yeah. We look forward
Aussie. Oi.
Yeah, I love, actually, it shows like a map of all the dots.
Yeah.
And I love seeing the dots. There's like one dot in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. I'm like, was someone on a cruise ship when they listened? Like, what is that
I'm like,
about?
is it an island? And I try to zoom in and I'm like, where are they? Who's out there?
What is that?
Like pirate radio people listening to us.
Oh, all right. So Season 1 was a pretty short season for us,
Mhm.
because it was a short season for the show. Plus, we did, after Legionnaires, we skipped the medical mystery episodes.
Mhm.
So, just a reminder of the crimes and the episodes that we covered.
Mhm.
It was the disappearance of Hella Crafts,
Mhm.
the house that roared, the footpath murders, planted evidence, Southside Strangler, Legionnaire's disease, the Wilson murder, insect clues, and the list murders.
Yes, and just a reminder that the episodes, the way
Oh,
Brian
yes.
listed, that is how they are listed according to Wikipedia. It is not
Yes.
the way that they've been aired and
Correct.
released, because we were using two different um, ways to watch them. Brian
Yes.
was watching them on YouTube. I was watching them on Tubi. Tubi had them in a different order. We kind of got screwed up in the beginning,
Yep.
and we decided to release them in the order we recorded them because of callbacks to
Yep.
previous podcast episodes. We didn't want people to be confused. Going
Exactly.
forward, though, we made the decision that we are following the Wikipedia broadcast history.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It's scary that Wikipedia is we're deeming as the most reliable source, but
True.
it does seem more accurate than Tubi. So
Right.
we're just going to go with that.
Yes.
And it's easiest to look up.
Yes, it
So,
is.
would love to now. We're not going to go into all the details on all the episodes,
Mhm.
but we were thinking maybe we could talk about the cast of characters in these episodes. We're not
Okay.
going to talk about the victims, but really more of the ancillary characters involved. So let's start on the positive side, Kristen. Who have been your favorites and why?
All throughout the show? Like every
Yeah,
episode? Okay.
no, not each one, but just like, just a few who
Okay,
stands
so
out to
some
you.
of my favorites stand out. Obviously, Officer Johnny and his super mustache.
Yeah.
Loved him. Um, the first appearance of Dr. Henry Lee.
Yep.
In the South Side Strangler, our victim's husband,
Mhm.
who I
Mhm.
adored. Let's see, who else? I did like listening to the investigative team for the footpath murders, and I think mainly it was
Yes.
accents, but
Yeah.
I was also quite charmed by how civil they
Mhm.
were speaking with each other, speaking
Yep.
about like potential difficulties that arose in the crime, like when they first got the DNA results from Dr. Alex Jeffries, and they're like, well, we're not going to accept them because it's too new technology. And he was like, valid. There was no fights or anything like that. Like, he agreed with them and did it again. I like that. And obviously, John Walsh in
Yeah.
the List murders, because he's just the Mac Daddy of them all.
Yeah.
So
'Cause it's
those are
John
some of my
Walsh. Yeah.
standout talking heads on the
Yep.
show.
Yep. Yeah, no, all good. All good. Yeah, I have a lot of the same
Mm-hmm.
ones, honestly. So some that stand out for me a little bit, I would say, would be on the a strong agree on Southside Strangler with the husbands.
Mm-hmm.
I really, really liked him a lot.
Right.
Legionnaires, I love those two vets.
Oh, weren't they
Those
great?
two vets were great.
It was just a jolly, jovial time.
I love jolly jovial time. Slava, like
Slava.
they're. I don't know if that was a Western Pennsylvania accent or what that was, but it was just so charming.
Wanting to hang out with Charlie at the bar.
Oh yeah,
It's
for
great.
sure, slamming back those Harvey Wallbangers.
Mm-hmm.
And then also too, I liked on it was which one was it? It was Planted was it Planted Evidence? Yeah, on Planted Evidence, I really loved the mother and sister on that episode of the victim.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
They were
really,
they were
really,
just so honest.
they were so honest. They were
You know,
so,
they were so
so
honest. They weren't um they were very honest about the victim and
correct.
her lifestyle.
Exactly.
Um, you know, they weren't placing blame on her, but they also
Correct.
weren't shying away from it either.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
I gave them a
Exactly.
lot of respect for that because that's a
Yeah.
hard thing to say
Very hard
just
thing.
amongst yourselves, but to
Yeah.
go on television and say it to the world, that's a big thing, you know, that's a huge thing. So I gave them a lot of credit for that.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely agree with you. All right. Now,
Mm.
and I know the answer to this, but your least favorite or least favorites. So I know number one on the list, but I'm gonna let you have the honors.
Fucking green shirt.
And of course, let me just say, all the victims, all of the perpetrators are obviously
Oh,
our
absolutely.
least favorites. We're not gonna go there because they all suck.
Yeah.
So
But
again, we're talking about the
green
ancillary
shirt and his
characters.
condescending, mansplaining, obnoxious green shirt, bragging about his book. You know, that's like 500,000 numbers down on the Amazon bestseller list. Not exactly a bestseller, if you ask me. He bothered me from the first moment he was on the screen. Oh, and how about this? The other night, I was getting ready for bed
Yeah.
and I was flipping through and I landed on the Forensic Files channel
Okay.
on Samsung, right? Because Samsung has its
Yeah.
own
Yep.
TV channels and Forensic Files is a network. And it was a much later episode. And who's on my goddamn screen? Green
He's
shirt.
back.
He's back. I don't know
The
what
end.
episode it was, but I know he's out there and he's coming. I'm coming for you, green
Oh
shirt.
no, he probably has another book.
Oh,
Oh no. All right. Oh boy. All right.
so I know that's
Wait.
out there for me.
Oh, that's
More
something.
time with
That's
green
something.
shirt.
That is something to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he was definitely. He was not my least favorite, but he's down there. I did not.
Yes.
He didn't enrage me the same way, but I did not. I did not like him at all.
Mm.
My least favorite was that prosecutor
Yes.
in the Wilson murder who just didn't give a damn about the evidence
No.
because a dipshit, you know, whatever
Jimmy.
that
He said he did it, so
Jimmy
he did
said
it.
he did it. So, well, case closed.
Uh,
I did not like him.
no, I didn't either.
At
And he was,
all.
I would bet $20 that guy spent most of his elementary school career with a wedgie.
He totally had wedgies. Yeah,
Yeah.
all throughout school. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's just that kind of a guy who was unlikable as a child and probably was very difficult to get along with. He just seems like such a whiner as a kid.
Oh,
He probably was like, they cheated, they this, he's
oh.
and then grew up to have this career where he's a quote powerful person,
Yep.
but continues to be the same obnoxious person he was.
Yeah, and he
So,
probably went into. He may have gone into law for that reason to
Mhm.
honestly, like, kind of almost like for
See what I
power
can
and
do?
for like, yeah. You know what? You know what? Lawyers like that. Have you ever seen the documentary? Oh, I think I want to cover this actually.
Okay.
It was the I'm gonna screw up the name. I think it was called. "'Twas the Fight Before Christmas."
No, I've
It
never
was
seen that.
on Apple TV. It was with the
Okay.
homeowners. It was with the homeowners association, and this guy who fancied himself like Mr. Christmas and had
Ah.
this Christmas display that was completely in violation of the HOA.
Hmm.
And he then was claiming, and the HOA was like, no, like this, you know, our rule book, which they call like covenants and restrictions or whatever, like says you can't do this. Like you can't have like all of these lights and crowds and live camels and all this stuff.
Mhm.
But then he claimed it was like religious persecution.
Oh my God.
And he was a lawyer as well.
Oh.
And okay. This is going to be this should be one of our bonuses. Me for the
Okay.
holidays.
I'm in it.
Is a good
Ooh, yeah,
one.
holiday
It is a good
bonus
one.
episode. I like that.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and I want to go back actually for a favorite.
Mhm.
I want to add a couple more favorites because I'm forgetting some of the earlier episodes a little bit. Going back to the disappearance of Hella Crafts, I would like to add to my list of favorites. I want to add the attorney,
Mm-hmm.
the divorce attorney,
Yes.
who turned out to be a real badass bitch. We
Barracuda.
learned. Yeah, Barracuda.
Barracuda
And
with Werther's in her bag.
I want to give honorable mention. We just didn't get enough of her, but something about Marie, the nanny.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why. I
I
don't know why
hope
they're
she is flourishing in whatever it is she's doing.
the nanny just looked like I don't know. She looked like she was fun. Like she probably has stories,
Oh, for days.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Nanny Marie, you're on the list. All right. Reenactments. All
Mm.
right. For better or for worst, do you have any memorable reenactments?
So, honestly, one of the most memorable reenactments was the first one, the one that opened up Hellicraft,
Okay.
because of the location looking like it belonged in front of a diner in
Oh,
North
that was
Jersey,
good.
and the
Yes.
fact that it was pouring rain outside, but she hopped into a car being flawless and dry.
Yeah, she just covered
And
herself in Scotch Guard.
right, so that just kind of like set the tone for the reenactments. Like, who's paying attention to the details here?
Yeah.
So that one definitely stands out. And then in the house that roared, just everything from the clothing, the the mullet, the sleeveless white denim open vest with nothing underneath
Nothing under. Yep.
on
The yelling.
the oh my god, it wasn't even yelling, it was like a cat in heat screaming,
Yes.
you know? So some of the earlier ones were just like so over the top. And I did notice, like, as the show progressed, they got a little better. And I'm using that term very loosely because they're not great. We're not exactly talking about like Hollywood level,
No.
acting here, but they definitely weren't as eye rolling as the first few episodes.
Yep. I'm with you on those. I would also like to add to the list. I thought the Footpath Murders
Mm-hmm.
actually was one of my favorite reenactments.
Was it the
Because
bike guy?
it was the bike guy
I
with the
love the bike
handicap
guy.
cap.
Yes.
And again, instead of just staying on a bike to get help, he
He
dropped the bike
decides to run.
and ran across the field. And then we see the real footpaths looked absolutely nothing like the beautiful, like they look like Central Park, but no, that's not actually what the footpaths look like. And then we had, remember they were trying to create like an English dewy mist, and it looked like this big like burning bush.
It was like a forest fire.
Yeah. And then there was also, I didn't notice it, but you noticed the tinge of green. Yeah, which again I didn't pick up on, but that was some. And then also too, not quite a reenactment, but somewhere along the way, just shout outs for they kind of died down the Oregon Trail.
Yes.
Graphics, right?
Yeah, in the beginning they were brutal. And then they just kind of disappeared.
But then they disappeared, but then mid to late season we had some weird special effects where they would just have people go from like color to black and white for no reason.
Yeah.
No reason whatsoever.
And then there was the Legionnaires episode where you had the outline of the body and the words of the symptoms being superimposed over the body outline as they were being said. That one was that was a bit much.
Yeah. Well, we also had didn't we have puzzle pieces too in the first episode?
Mm-hmm.
It's like they were experimenting with different.
They were trying to find their way. They were trying to find their groove.
Yeah, they were definitely trying to find their groove.
I still say, Dr. Henry Lee using a ginormous magnifying glass to examine a petri dish was just flat out ridiculous.
Yeah, I would say the List of Murders actually had the best reenactments in terms of like actual quality of reenactments. Again, you pointed out the ballroom wasn't really so much of a ballroom.
Yeah,
like they're like card tables.
Yeah, it was like a breezeway.
Yeah. But otherwise, it was pretty. They were pretty good. All right. Any other standout memories from the season for you?
Standout memories. So, hearing Peter say super gonorrhea.
Oh yes.
In Legionnaire's disease will never not be funny to me.
Yep.
What else? Oh, And this is something that I have used with you when I send you texts sometimes in the footpath murders when they are doing the reenactment of Pitchfork
Yes.
altering his passport, saying perfect. So now
Perfect.
when Brian sends me an idea or something like that, I send him that little video clip. Perfect.
Yes.
So that's definitely a standout. Um, and honestly, Dr. Sir Alec Jeffreys being
Mm-hmm.
so humble
Yeah.
about what he did with DNA,
Yeah.
him calling it a eureka moment was just so charming and just downplayed all the work he did. He
Yeah.
made it seem like, oh, it just kind of happened. No, dude, we know you toiled and worked your ass
Yeah.
off and have changed the way crime is solved.
Exactly.
So that may be one of the biggest things that I took away from this season. Um and the America's Most Wanted crossover.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, those are all good ones.
Mm.
Trying to think like other standout memories for me. I mean, really brought up Sir Alec Jeffreys, but there really were so many like firsts
Mhm.
that the season covered, right? Like for Helicrafts, right? We had the uh first like guilty murder verdict without a body,
Right.
right, in the state of Connecticut.
Mhm.
We had several DNA firsts
Mhm.
between the footpath murders and then the plant DNA with
Yes.
planted
Well,
planted
using plant
evidence as
DNA,
well. Yeah.
that never would have occurred to me.
Final thoughts on season one.
So season 1, I thought it started out so strong, episode-wise, like story-wise.
Yeah.
It was a great case to begin with
Yeah.
because it was so dramatic. You had a missing woman, you had a piece of shit husband, Dick, you
Yeah.
had a fucking wood chipper. That was
Mm-hmm.
you had Dr. Henry Lee in the very first episode.
Yeah.
It was such a strong start. I did think that throughout the first season, and like you had said, originally it was called Medical Mysteries,
Medical, I think, or
M-
medical detectives. I
Medical
think medical
Detectives,
detectives. Yeah.
right? So whereas, and I didn't know that when we began. I just, okay, it's called Forensic Files. It's all going to be true crime. I didn't realize that there would be episodes that dealt with things other than that. Um, so for me, those episodes, even though I watched a few of them, they just didn't hold my
Mm-hmm.
interest as much. Um, but I think it had a very strong start with the case. I think they had to find their footing and kind of work through what was good and what needed some, tweaking.
Yep.
But to finish, um, to use the list episode in season 1, I thought was a great thing because it is so fascinating how it was solved. It was just mind blowing. All the
Yeah.
work that went into it, the fact that it was a case that was kept open for 2 decades before it was solved. Using that in the first season, I thought was a brilliant move because people will keep watching
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
see
I agree.
what comes next.
Yeah, I think they bookended the season well. And now I keep remembering all these people. For list murders, I have to add that forensic sculptor to my favorites list. I don't know how I
Frank
could have
Bender.
forgotten him. Frank Bender, he was fantastic. I
Yep.
love that guy. Love
Yes.
that guy. Yeah, I agree. I think they bookended the season nicely.
Mhm.
I've never, again, when I watched Forensic Files, I've never watched it sequentially.
Mhm.
So it's always been, again, this used to rerun at night on HLN on
Mhm.
Headline News. So I used to just have it kind of playing in the backgrounds. Even now, I will have it sometimes like on the Pluto station. Even the Pluto station, they don't necessarily play it sequentially. It's sort of all over the place, and I just sort of catch things when I catch things.
Right.
So this is the first time I'm watching it from the very beginning to the end. So it's a little bit of a different experience, kind of seeing it develop over time. and also just looking at things with such a very, very critical eye.
Mhm.
Anything you're looking forward to in season two?
So here's the thing. I don't look ahead.
Okay.
Not really. I mean, I did a
Right.
quick glance at the names of the episodes. I
Hmm.
didn't really do a deep study on what episodes are coming up.
Yep.
What I am hoping for though is like a little more effort in the reenactments because as I've
Hmm.
said,
Hmm.
like I'm a visual
Yep.
person. So if I can see something as it's happening or how it was supposed to have happened, then I'm able to process it a lot better. Um and it's hard for me to do that when the reenactments are comical,
Yep.
you
Yes.
know?
Yep.
I need them to be realistic. And I'm hoping they do pull back on the gratuitous
Yeah.
um like usage of the crime scene photos.
Yep.
Like we don't once is enough. And
Yep.
we mentioned like I had said it when we recorded the list episode. This is a story that I have read and studied for so long, and some of the crime scene photos that were used in the episode were new to me because the ones I had seen weren't as close up, weren't as explicit, um but they also weren't reused over and over again. There were
Hmm.
little
Hmm.
flashes that were more impactful than seeing like Dr. Wilson's blood-soaked body on his hallway floor over and
Yep.
over and over again,
Yep.
or seeing Sandra Swick's body in the desert exposed to the elements over and over and over again, you know?
Yep.
So if I'm hoping that they kind of pull back on that and focus more on, you know, how the case was solved too. Because sometimes I
Yep.
think they gloss over that and they
Yes.
they wrap it up way too quick.
Yep. Agree. Agree. Yep. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to hopefully things being paced a little differently.
Mhm.
I don't generally look ahead. There was with one exception. There's I'm not going to give it away right now. There is
Mhm.
one episode that is my absolute favorite ever episode of
Wait,
Forensic Files.
does this
Um,
involve the potential special guest star?
yes, it does.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This is by far my favorite episode ever of Forensic Fails, and it's coming up on season 2, and I am so excited.
Yes, I remember
Um,
the title of the episode because you have
yeah,
mentioned it, and I did
I know.
notice it's for season 2, and I was actually thinking I should have her here so we can watch it together.
Oh, I think. Oh, yes, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
before
yeah,
she comes on because she needs a little prep work, I think.
yeah,
But
yeah. I
yeah.
actually think I would like to be there when she watches it. Actually,
We'll have a little
yeah.
viewing party.
It's so good. It's so
Yeah.
good. So yeah, so we have that coming up. The other thing too is, and I'm thinking of that episode specifically, one of the things that I think we do start seeing in other seasons coming
Mhm.
up, more than one of the things that we did not have at all in season 1 that I can think of,
Mhm.
we didn't have any CCTV, did we?
No,
No,
I don't think
right?
we did.
None, none. I do think in future seasons there's more CCTV, and I don't know if it has to do with the fact that as time has gone on, like
Mhm.
there's been more cameras places,
Mhm.
so closed circuit TV. So I think that's sort of actually interesting. I think it's gonna be interesting to see how the science
Mhm.
evolves as there
Yeah.
are newer cases. And I am looking forward to just also seeing just how the show starts covering
Develops.
things a little bit
I would
differently
also
too.
like
Yeah.
to see, and I don't know if this happens. I'm hoping it does. I do hope they have more interviews with people who are close to the victims.
Yes.
You know, because so much of what we like Legionnaires, we did see our two boys who were
Yep.
involved in it. And, in some episodes, like The House That Roared, we got quality time with the Mullet King. I could have done
Yep.
without that. But I mean, we don't really get a whole lot of connections to the victims. And I
You're right.
think that does help
Yeah.
drive the story and push the
Yep.
narrative, and I would like to see a little bit more of that. And I
Yeah.
understand for some people they can't do
They don't
that.
want
Like
to.
it's
Yeah.
too painful to
Yeah.
relive those moments, and I respect that. But I'm wondering if going forward we'll see more of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's a good point.
yeah.
I feel like we do. But I could be imagining that. Like for even the first episode, Hella Crafts, right? It would have been nice to actually hear from some of those friends, I think.
Right. The friends that were
But
so
maybe they didn't want to
concerned.
partake.
Yeah.
But it's possible. It's possible.
Yeah.
Um,
And I get that.
yeah. Yeah. All right. It's the time now we've all been waiting for.
Ooh.
It is time to create our Forensic Files bingo cards. So again, we each contributed words and phrases to this list. And we are going to rattle off in alphabetical order the combined list that we came up with. And, feel free, Kristen, as you go along, if there's any specific that you want to comment on to go ahead. So
Okay.
start us off.
A forensic first.
Anonymous tip breaks case.
Autopsy.
Bleach, which is an essential component of any murder kit.
Blood spatter evidence.
Blunt objects.
Body exhumation.
Body unrecognizable.
Book author / talking head.
Your favorite.
Oh, yeah.
By all accounts.
Cartoon reenactment or explanation, anything in that area.
Case goes cold.
Confessed.
Deathless crime.
Dental records.
DNA.
Enzyme.
Extramarital affair.
Fiber evidence.
Fibers.
Fingerprints.
Fluids. Sorry.
Ew.
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 Moist. Moist.
Ugh. Forensic science.
Some of these I just have the same Peter's voice. Gas chromatograph mass spectrometer.
Gunshot residue.
Hemistick.
Horrific.
Jailhouse interview.
Journalist talking head.
Life insurance.
Liquid nitrogen.
Luminol.
Mysterious circumstances.
Polymerase chain reaction, or PCR.
Perpetrator being described as quiet.
Physical evidence.
Polygraph, also known as lie detector test.
Seemingly normal.
Semen.
Sorry for giving you that one. This was random. We should have switched these because it's your favorite. Serial killer glasses.
Sir Alec Jeffries.
Spatter.
Stain.
State of decomposition.
Stuff like that doesn't happen here.
Your favorite. Super gonorrhea.
Because when regular gonorrhea isn't enough.
Super gonorrhea.
Suspicious.
Tread marks, tire or sneaker.
Okay.
Now it's time for the draft. We're each going to pick 12 words or phrases since there are 25 boxes on a bingo card, which includes the free space, right?
Okay.
So we're going to do a coin flip to decide who gets to pick first. Kristen, do you want heads or tails?
Tails.
Okay. It is tails.
Okay.
All right. So you get first pick of the draft. So tell us what you're going to pick and why.
Serial killer glasses.
Oh, serial killer glasses. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to cross that off of our list. Let me make it green. Okay. I'm going to add it to the chat GPT here. Serial killer glasses, number 1. Okay.
Yes.
Next up on the draft, it's such a staple of this show, PCR, polymerase chain reaction.
Excellent.
So I'm going to copy paste that over. All right. Kristen.
Luminol.
Luminol. Yep. That's a good one. Copy. And move over luminol. All right. Let me think here. Let me look. This is going to be like a this will be like a free space basically, but I feel like I have to include DNA.
Oh, yeah.
So we're gonna go DNA.
Yeah, that should definitely be the free space in the middle.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have a free space. This is like a second
Okay.
free space. Okay.
I'm going to go with journalist talking head.
All right, journal. Well, actually, we do like the journal. It's the book author one.
Yes.
Journalist talking head. Okay. Yes. Actually, I think we've liked the journalists.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna go science-y again and go with gas chromatograph mass spectrometer.
Oh, I'm glad you said that because I know I couldn't pronounce it.
There we go.
All right. I'm going to say anonymous tip breaks case.
I like that one.
Yeah.
That was going to be my next one, actually.
Ooh.
All right, so here we go. Anonymous tip breaks case. Oops. Okay. Let's see. What else do we want here? I'm going to go with fibers.
Okay.
All right. I'm just going to, that'll knock out. We have two that are the same there, fibers and fiber evidence. So we'll just say fibers. All right.
Dental records.
Oh, that's a good one. We got dental records. Okay. My pick. I am going to go with I'm going to go with a cartoon reenactment / explanation.
Okay.
All right.
Polygraph.
That's a good one. I mean, it's not good, but
yeah.
Polygraph. All right. Polygraph gets added to the card. All right. I'm gonna go with the case goes cold.
Okay.
Let me just do a count here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, we're halfway done. 12 more to go.
Okay. Book author talking head.
Oh, that's your favorite. Book author talking head. All right. I am going to go with I'm a little torn on this one. All right. I'm going to go with the perpetrator described as quiet.
That's good.
Yeah, I don't want it to be. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going with mysterious circumstances.
Mysterious circumstances it is. All right. Let's see here. Let's go with we'll go with fingerprints. It's a staple.
Stuff like that doesn't happen here.
Oh, yeah.
I think we should say any words to that effect.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're not going to be we're not going to be precious about it, but like anything kind of along those lines, you know? Yeah, like the quiet town, not used to crime. You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. All right. I'm going to go tread marks.
Okay. Semen.
Oh, God. All right. We'd just like to note that Kristen picked semen, not me. All right, let me do a count, see where we are so far. So far we've got, I'm going to name them off, Kristen. You want to count as I go along?
Sure.
All right, serial killer glasses, PCR,
1, 2,
luminol,
3,
DNA,
4,
Journalist talking head.
5,
Gas chromatograph mass spectrometer.
6,
Anonymous tip breaks case.
7,
Fibers.
8,
Dental records.
9,
Cartoon reenactment or explanation.
10,
Polygraph.
11,
Case goes cold.
12,
Book author talking head.
13,
Perp described as quiet.
14,
Mysterious circumstances.
15,
Fingerprints.
16.
Stuff like this doesn't happen here. Doesn't happen here.
17,
Tread marks
18,
and our not so happy ending semen.
19.
So we have 5 more to go. I think it's my turn.
Yes.
Since as a reminder, you last selected semen. I am going to go with let's go with the forensics first.
Okay.
I don't know how many more firsts we're gonna get, but there's got to be some.
Suspicious. 21.
Okay, so this one's gonna be 22 for me, and then we each got to. Okay, I am gonna go with extramarital affair.
Oh, good one.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to.
So this is your last pick, Kristen.
Yeah.
Pressure.
Blood spatter evidence.
Oh, that's good. That is good. All right, and I am going to go with. Oh boy. Okay. This is like pressure. This is the last one. I am gonna go with I'm gonna go with jailhouse interview.
Okay.
Good
It's a good
jailhouse
one.
interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad, right?
We'll see more mullets.
All right. Yeah. And then or ladies in art smocks, remember from Wilson?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hold on a second. I'm gonna read these back so we have the full list. So let me just make. Okay, here we go. 1 second. Okay, we've got serial killer glasses, PCR, luminol, DNA, journalist talking head, gas chromatograph mass spectrometer, anonymous tip breaks case, fibers, dental records, cartoon reenactment / explanation, polygraph, case goes cold, book author talking head, perpetrator described as quiet, mysterious circumstances, fingerprints, stuff like this doesn't happen here, tread marks, tire or sneaker, semen, a forensics first, suspicious, extramarital affair, blood spatter evidence, and jailhouse interview. I think that's a solid card.
I think so.
I think it's a solid card. All right, so now I am going to enter these into. I've been entering them in the Chat GPT. Okay, so we're using AI for this, people. Okay, we're not using a graphic artist to create
our bingo card
or a professional bingo card creator.
Yes,
I think this is a fair use of artificial intelligence. Kristen, so do you want card number 1, or before I generate, do you want card number 1 or card number 2? Because these will be our cards for the season.
Oh, I'll take card number 2, please.
Okay, card number. I feel like it's match game, you know?
Yeah.
All right, so Kristen's going to take card number 2. I am. Let me see if I could share my screen as it's. So you could see it generate. Can you see my screen, Kristen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, let's watch the bingo cards automatically generate. Here we go. Oh my God, excitement. So you're getting card. Okay, here's bingo card number 1.
Ooh.
All right. So let's take a look at our bingo cards. Let's see what we think, if we like our placement. I mean, not that we can do anything about it, but
no, I like it. I think it's strong.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Mm,
interesting to see, because we don't want it to be too easy that we're
right.
constantly getting bingos, you know.
Right.
But okay, all right,
Yeah.
yeah, there we
You know
go.
what we could do is we could even include this on the $20, $15 Patreon level.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You
That's a good
know, they
idea.
could play along at home.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that might be
All right.
something. Cool. I like that. Who doesn't love a good bingo?
Exactly. Exactly. Perfect. All right. So, yeah, being the good Catholics that we are, we do like a good game of bingo.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of, after you get confirmed.
Yeah, it's a
So we've
wrap
got our
on
bingo
season one.
cards. Wrap on season one.
Yeah,
Again, we hope that you all have enjoyed watching it,
yep.
or not watching it,
Listening.
listening as much as we've enjoyed putting it together.
Yep.
And we look forward to a regular episode next week where we
Yep.
will begin season 2.
I know. So it's like our second season.
Yeah, it's like our second
Yeah,
season.
we're going
Exactly.
into our
Yeah,
second season.
I
Yay!
know. Look at that. All right. So that's it for this episode and this season of Forensic Fails.
Where the science was complicated, the narration was intense.
And the reenactments somehow managed to raise even more questions.
Thank you so much for your support for this first season of our podcast, and we will see you again next week.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.